Alright guys, how's it going? So today, in this video, we're going to be talking about Michael Edwards. I don't expect it to be very long, which at this point, I know you've all gone, about 20 minutes then. Right, so, well that 20 minutes for me is pretty short. Well, it depends what we're talking, to be honest with you. Michael Edwards. So, we expect a decision this week, right? That's what we were told last week by the big cheese, right? I said previously to the reports about Edwards meeting FSG in Boston that I thought we might see something around the 17th onwards, the international break, which is only 5 days away. However, with Richard Hughes, becoming available, with Michael Edwards having met FSG in Boston while he was out there, things have sped up a little bit faster, and we were told, by the big cheese, whoever it was, Ornstein or Joyce, can't remember, that we would, expect or should see something this week. So, in other words, Michael Edwards had to make a decision about his, about returning to Anfield, right? So, I didn't really think that we would hear anything yesterday. For me, it's like from today onwards, because you would imagine, if the decision is going to be next week, which is this week, then they would have said, what, in the approach to the weekend, go and have your weekend, go and do your thing, let us know after the weekend, right? But at the same time, Liverpool Football Club aren't just going to be sitting around, guys. Whether you like these owners or not, they're not going to sit around until Michael Edwards just, till Wednesday, Thursday or something like that, so whether the sun shines out of his ass or not, right, do you want the fucking job or not? We're not going to fucking beg you to take the job, right? I suspect that they will now know what's happening, okay? And then they will do a coordinated, drop of news, if you like, whether that's, interviews on the Offal, the official LFC website. We called it the Offal back in the day in the early 2000s. It wouldn't surprise me if they really make a big deal out of it. Do you know what I mean? Like, is the exclusive interview with Michael Edwards? Who gives a fuck about Mike? I mean, seriously, guys, I think we are all being drawn into or managed with all of this. I mean, in my entire lifetime as a football supporter, someone obsessed with Liverpool Football Club, season ticket holder, shareholder, done this forever, I've never seen anything like this when it comes to hype around someone. I mean, we can all respect someone that's in a position and does well, but I'm not convinced by it all. I've got to be honest with you. Would I like Michael Edwards to be appointed? Absolutely, yes. But to me, the most important person at a football club is the manager, right? The manager. And I have seen amazing managers at Liverpool Football Club leave and being terribly upset, and that will happen again in the summer. But I've also seen them be replaced. I've seen fabulous, outstanding players over the years leave, maybe not replaced, right? Maybe not replaced. I'm covered in dog hairs because Remy's been jumping all over me. Because I want to be very specific about this. Sometimes there are players that just can't be replaced. Can Steven Gerrard be replaced? Is there another player in that team right now that you can turn around and say, he replaced Steven Gerrard, he's better than him, or even equal? So you're not always replaced. Like my favourite player of all time for Liverpool is John Barnes. Never be replaced. Fucking incredible. So maybe when it comes to players, they don't necessarily get replaced, but we do sustain, we do move on, evolve, and do all right. And the club will always do all right. Regardless of who the owners are, regardless of the manager, the playing staff, and the executives. For many years, when I used to write my editorials, I used to refer to them as the suits. The suits. Who gives a fuck about the suits? I think back in the day, I used to care about the chairman. you know, like David Moores and that, because he was one of you, or one of us. Do you know what I mean? With his red scarf and that. Which is why I don't particularly like the current chairman, because he's the chairman of Liverpool Football Club. It's got to be one of the greatest positions in football, and he doesn't even turn up. You know, what would it feel like for you to be the chairman of Liverpool Football? How would you feel being a chairman or chairwoman of Liverpool Football Club? Because I say chairwoman because if Linda was the chairwoman of Liverpool Football Club, I'd be delighted with that. I think she cares more about a lot of them put together, to be honest with you. And I believe it's genuine. But how would it feel to you to be the chair? You know what I mean? Like, imagine walking out them steps, you know, into that director's box and looking out to it all. A dream come true for all of us. Do you know what I mean? But suits other people, not really interested. Like, we've had various chief executives over the years. Rick Parry in his ties. Ian Eyre, technically managing director with his fucking moped. I'm joking, Ian Eyre. Ah, dear, we've had them all. Christian Purslow, who sent an email to my friend in the early hours of the eve before Rafa Benitez was sacked. And he sent that email to a friend of mine, but in error. So they shared, whoever he was sending it to, who it was supposed to be sent to, shared the same Christian name as my friend. And Purslow gaffed and sent it to my friend in error. And my friend replied and said, you sent this to me. He went, oh yeah, don't say anything. Purslow had this thing about saying pinged, ping me, ping me, ping me. Do you know what I mean? Not peg, ping. And obviously my friend, being my friend, said, don't you ever believe this? Christian Purslow's just emailed me, and they're sacking Rafa Benitez tomorrow. So we knew about that in the middle of the night before Rafa was sacked. And it made me feel a little bit sad at the time, because Rafa Benitez, the manager of Liverpool Football Club, who I absolutely fucking idolised, didn't know that he was about to be given the bullet, but me did, and I couldn't get my head around that. And the email spoke about how it would be managed, what they would say to the press and so on. So we just have a little bit of experience with some of these suits, you know. Rick Parry back in the day invited me into Anfield for tea and biscuits. Yeah, because I'd come into some very delicate information regarding some Liverpool players and a potential sting operation in Liverpool on 2 Liverpool players at the time. And I knew about the venue, I knew about who it was, and Rick Parry was made aware of it, and he invited me in confidence to go and speak to him. Got some good stories over the years, guys. Trust me. But they're the suits. And I think that what you've got now, this is what I think, right? Whether you want to agree with me or not, it's up to you, right? I think FSG are shitting themselves, because Jurgen Klopp is who delivered for Fenway, not Michael Edwards, not Julian Ward, Jurgen Klopp. And there's only one Jurgen Klopp. And their entire investment could collapse. Now, that might sound dramatic, but it could, you know. Even if it didn't collapse in a financial valuation point of view, the stress, the hatred, the backlash could be immense for years to come if it all goes tits up, right? And they don't want that, right? They want a smooth ride and, you know, continue. I don't know why I thought of Linda when I said smooth ride, but I did, and I don't care. Cancel me. Then I can retire. But they're shitting themselves. So they're a bit like, it's a bit like that fella that loved his bird, but she left him. And he continued to try and find the same again, but never found it. So wants to go back to his bird. Do you know what I mean? Been there, seen that, done that. right? But they say don't go back, don't they? They say don't go back. But it's like FSG have gone, we've got to sustain our happiness. Get Michael Edwards back at all fucking costs. I do like Michael Edwards. Don't take it the wrong way. I do like Michael Edwards, guys. But I'm just not for the hype. And I think that you see Liverpool supporters, especially on here, in the comments on certain things, that, you know, they're really, really buzzing, like, oh my God, we're going to get Michael Edwards back. Probably don't even know what he looks like. Do you know what I mean? Because you fall into the hype, all the talk of. It's the same with Kylian Mbappe for, you know, everyone obsessing over Kylian Mbappe. And then there's the amount of times I sit down with like people that really like football and go, I fucking get it, to be honest with you. Brilliant player, but don't get the hype of the, you know, the money that it would take, etc. Do you know what I mean? So I think FSG are flapping, to be honest with you, and would probably agree to anything to get him back. And let's hope, you know, if that is confirmed this week, then brilliant. Let's get on with it. Because for me, I don't know about you, I'm sick of it. I just want to move on with it now. Like we want the whatever he is, Michael Edwards, whatever position he chooses. If he does, some people don't think he's going to take it. Some people, I'd be very surprised. But you never know in this game, do you? I'd be very surprised if he didn't, because with Richard Hughes making moves, and if they are confirmed as a dream team or whatever moving forward, then that to me suggests, as I said yesterday, that the managers, they've already got manager in all of them are all on the same page with the manager. You don't appoint senior, you know, people to run your club if they've got a different opinion to you about the manager, if they haven't had that discussion. They've got to have had those conversations, because if they're miles apart, it'd be like, well, how are we going to do this then? Because it'd be like, Edwards, yeah, I'll take the job. Okay, who do you want as the manager? Amarim, we want Alonso, we're going with him. Straight away, it's like, well, hang on a minute, I thought I was having a bigger say in things. So they've all got to be on the same page, right? So the reason for the video was you might be sat, well, I guess you are sat waiting for an announcement or news, or, you know, whether it's Joyce Ornstein, you know, chit-chat, or whether it's, you know, the big PR, you know, like fucking TikTok videos of Michael Edwards walking in with a big light behind him and a shadow, you know, like they do with Donald Trump and that when he's bigging himself up, you know what I mean? I'm the greatest president. Your favourite president here, a bit like Michael Edwards, isn't it? Your favourite, you know, suit here, club executive, I am back. You know what I mean? Fuck off, man. But you can imagine it. So I think you're all waiting for that. I'm waiting for it. But in my time scale, you know, as the weekend, I thought, well, you know, give him to Monday. Monday, there's going to be like blah, blah, blah. Now, you know, they're probably dealing with legalities and contracts and stuff like that. If he has accepted the position, I don't know. I'm not an IDK. I don't know. Not an ITK. We're going with IDK now. I'm not an IDK. No, I guess I am an IDK. I don't know. No idea. No one's saying anything. I haven't even been on the members' website this morning, to be honest with you. To see, I come straight here to see you guys. Let's log into the members' website. If I can find, there we go. Members Dunk. Log in. Executive Lounge. You should be on here, guys. Fucking serious business. New sporting director due in March. Let's go to the last page. Oh, yeah, they're talking about Hughes' first transfer window as technical director saw him sign both Jordan Ibe and Brad Smith from Liverpool for a combined £21 million. Someone's put, so he's already made us money, sounds like a winner. There's been quite a few references to how we mugged him off, actually. Everyone's pretty damp. Ooh, that doesn't sound right, does it? Everyone's pretty... no one's really buzzing about the appointment of Richard Hughes, should it happen. But again, I don't know. No, I'm not, I guess. I'm just reading the... we have like what's called the shout box, which is like a little live chat room on the members' website. And I was just reading that. That I can think of other sporting directors I would absolutely have appointed, but it's not my gig, is it? And if Edwards wants to work with his close pal, so be it. But I'm going to be honest with you right now. I haven't fucking clue what's going on. So we'll address it the minute the news comes out, one way or the other. I'll be here to talk to you about it, guys. All right. So I'll sign off. I think imminently we should see something. I don't know what you're like, but like when it gets to like 9 o'clock in an evening, you know, I'm probably doing a live stream then. You know, like I try and do a live stream on here on an evening, especially during the week. I'm waiting, you know what I mean? I'm like, right, is Ornstein going to surface now? Is Joyce going to surface? Sometimes I get tipped off and they'll tell me that they are, but no one's saying that at the minute. So we'll have to wait and see, guys. We'll have to be patient, but I just can't wait to get it wrapped up. So I think, just to you know, summarise, I think they'll have said, have the weekend, get in touch with us after the weekend. They ain't going to let it rumble on. Like, he's taking the piss now. We've got things to do. So I suspect, don't know, that we'll just be sat chilling like this and then boom, it'll just fucking be all over. And when that happens, I will be here with you. All right, guys. If you appreciate the video, please do thumbs up. If you have an opinion, please leave it. Your opinions are essential to me. And if you want to buy me a coffee or a more stronger drink, hit that super thanks button. In the morning briefings each day, I do give acknowledgements to people that do that. So if you've done that, you should be mentioned in one of my morning briefing videos. And you should also be in the video description, which you should also read, because there's a newsletter in there that you can sign up to. You can follow on social media. We can connect and become friends and stuff like that. You know, Facebook, Dunk Oldham, DUNKOLDHAM. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Become a Cop Talk VIP member. They're amazing. So yeah, right. I think we've done enough grifting at the end of the video there. I think that's it. So yeah, please thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I've got more videos that I want to make for you. So stay tuned.